Marvel Rivals next balance posts for May 30th, chat. Greetings, rivals. With great power, there must also come great responsibility, and sometimes a little bit of nerfing. Let's check out what's new in this heroic update. Let's look at this, chat. Sorry, I have to make it a little bigger because I can't read. So listen, when you guys get older, you guys will understand. Adjustments for tanks. First up is Captain America. Captain America is taking a slight hit to his survivability and ultimate frequency. Nice. So they adjust base health from 600 to 575. So he has 25 less health, chat. Increase the delay of shield recovery from 2 to 4 seconds after unleashing Living Legend. And increase the energy cost of Freedom Charge ultimate ability from 2,800 to 3,100. Wow, they actually nerfed Captain America. And I like that. Good. Fuck Captain Cardio. I hate Captain Cardio. Now, this is a character that has a lot of nerfs and buffs now. So let's see this. A slight boost in damage of his standard abilities. So they adjusted the damage fall off of Daggers of Danak, is that how you say it? From starting at 10 meters and reducing to 62.5% at 20 meters to starting at 10 meters and reducing to 80% at 20 meters. Okay. Adjusting the damage fall off of Daggers of Danak from starting at 10 meters and reducing to 62.5 at 20 meters to starting at 10 meters and reducing to 80% at 20 meters. Yeah, so his wow. Okay. And then remove the range damage fall off of Maelstrom of Madness. Oh shit. Yeah, this is his, I'm pretty sure this is his primary fire, chat, but then remove the range damage fall off. That's his E. That's his E. So there's no fall off damage on his E now. Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you, I love Doctor Strange, and I feel like Doctor Strange should always be strong. Next up is Emma Frost. The White Queen's range is increasing, but her defense and diamond form damage are taking a hit. You win some, you lose some, darlings. Oh, wow. Increase the range of telepathic pulse from 15.5 meters to 18 meters. Decrease the shield value of her shield from 500 to 400. And they also increase the cooldown of Carbon Crush from 5 to 6 seconds. Decrease the hit damage of Crystal Kick from 50 to 40. And decrease the extra damage dealt when propelling the enemies into the wall from 100 to 90. So she got a lot of nerf to her damage, chat. But she got more range. She could go an extra, 2.5 meters. Basically nerfing her one-shot ability, which I hope, because I'm gonna be honest with you, as soon as I get choked by her, which is fine, she kicks me into the wall and I die instantly. That's not fine. And finally, Groot is getting a nerf. He is still Groot, but with less damage and with less frequent ironwood walls. Okay. What do you call it? Decrease the damage of Vine Strike per hit from 70 to 65, so a 5 damage nerf. And increase the ironwood walls cooldown from 8 to 12 seconds. Damn! 4-second cooldown, bro. That's big. I don't know if you guys know what 4 seconds is, but 4 seconds is big. Okay, let's see. Magneto is next. What do you call it? Magneto will receive a slight boost to his standard damage abilities. He's really going to attract some wins now. Increase the charging speed of rings from 4 second a stack to 3 seconds a stack. Nice little quality of life there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Magneto was already really strong, but I mean, to be honest with you, giving him a little buff. It's not crazy. Oh wow, Thor's getting a huge change. Okay, Chad, this is the last one to tanks as well. So this is called by Odin's Beard. Thor's abilities are getting a tweak, but his survivability is taking a minor hit. Ooh. Adjust hammer throw ability effect to a standard ability. Remove the Thor force cost and the universal cooldown, and adjust the ability cooldown to 6 seconds. Thor gains 1 Thor force from each hammer throw enemy hit, and decrease the throw hit damage from 70 to 45, and the return damage from 30 to 20. To be honest with you, out of all the tanks that needed a nerf or a change, I don't think Thor was one of them, to be honest with you. Decrease the shield value gained when consuming Thor Force. Adjust the bonus health gained from each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75, and adjust the maximum bonus health from 200 to 150. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Thor should have been changed. I think Thor was not immortal, chat. Maybe if they nerfed anything, maybe to his survivability, but I don't think anything to anything else. Plus, he is a tank. He needs his survivability. Not as much as Captain Cardio, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. Duelist here. You got Duelist. Hawkeye. First up, first serve. He's getting a boost to his regular hits. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think the devs are kind of stupid. I'm not trying to be toxic or anything. I think the devs actually might be a little stupid. I think the devs might be a little stupid, chat. Looks like the archer's aim is getting sharper. Increase the base damage of his arrow from 32 to 34. Reduce the projectile damage of blast arrow from 15 to 16. Increase the spell field damage from 32 to 34. And increase the maximum focus from 70 to 75. Increase the charging speed when aiming at an enemy from 100 a second to 108 a second. And charge fall off speed from 30 a second to 32 a second. She does not need this. But I mean, that's she doesn't even need this. Hela is getting a slight increase in her sustained damage. Looks like she's getting ready to reign supreme. Increase the charge capacity of the Knight's Sword Thorn from 8 to 10. She has 10 shots now instead of 8. That's exactly what I'm saying, chat. Wait, hold up. That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, Human Torch, flame on, but with less damage and survivability. Sorry, Johnny, looks like you're getting a little less heat. Reduce the damage of Fire Cluster from 7 per hit to 6 per hit. Increase the charge speed of Blazing Blast from 2 to 3 seconds. And decrease the shield value gained from Flaming Meteor from 75 to 50, and increase the cooldown from 15 to 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I think every game that I play now, I'm going to be banning Hawkeye because I really don't want to play against Hawkeye. But the Human Torch nerf is good. I like that. The Human Torch nerf is good. Okay, Iron Fist. Lin Lee's taking a bit of a hit to both his damage and survivability. You know what? We take that as well. Fuck that character. Lower the dragon's defense damage blocked bonus health conversion rate from 1.5 to 1.3. and decreased the maximum bonus health converted from damage blocked to 200 to 175. Slightly decreased the dash distance of Yet Ji, is that how you say it? And Chung Quen is in the Z axis direction when there is no target. Reduce Dragon's defense cooldown reduction from Jeet Kune Do hits from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Also, he can't fly across the map anymore. My thing I have to say about this character, and I have to see if they can still do it, is when I'm playing Star-Lord and I'm flying in the air with my jet boosters, how is he able to punch and catch up to me while I'm flying with my jet boosters? Hopefully he can't catch me anymore, because that is fucking ridiculous. Okay, let's see this. Iron Man. Iron Man is seeing a reduction in his repulsor blast damage and burst survivability. Time for a new suit upgrade. Okay. They removed Iron Man's Gamma Overdrive from the Gamma Charge team up, and he gained the new team up anchor from Stark Protocol team up, which is with Ultron. Decreased the projectile damage of the third repulsor blast from 50 to 45. And decrease the spell field damage from 60 to 55. And reduce armor overdrive maximum bonus health from 100 to 50. Wow, okay, that's good. That's where they hit his survivability at. Ooh. Oh shit, chat. Please don't hurt him too hard. Namor. His defenses will be sinking a bit, but his monstro spawns are getting stronger, and his ultimate is bigger. Oh my god! Increase the cooldown of a blessing of the deep from 15 to 20 seconds, which I'm guessing is his shift, chat. That's his shift. To be honest with you, I know I play all these characters, but I actually don't know what the name of the abilities are. They're expanding his ultimate ability's inner circle radius from 3 meters to 3.5 meters, and the outer circle radius from 8 to 9 meters. Decrease the outer circle radius hit damage from 200, though, to 180. So they're buffing the damage. They're buffing the circles bigger, but they nerf the outer damage. Ugh. I wonder if that means he can still one-shot when he's getting damage boosted with Luna. Adjust monstro spawn damage fall off from starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40 meters, to starting at 20 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. Oh, wait, it still one-shots 250 HP with Luna boost? Okay, good. So wait, they adjusted the monstro spawn damage fall off from starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30 meters at from starting from 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40, to starting at 20, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. Yeah, so he gets what? So he gets what, 20% more damage, chat? I feel like they worded this so wrong. Am I right? It says they're adjusting it starting at 20 meters, reducing to 30% at 40 meters. And then it says to starting at 20 meters, reducing to 50% at 40 meters. Like they said it. I feel like that could be worded a little different now. Anyways. Okay, anyways, Psylocke. Yeah, this seems like a nerf, but they said that they're getting stronger. So at 40 meters, you would only have about 30% reduced damage, but now at 40, now it's going to be 50% at 40 meters. 50% reduced damage. That's what it seems like. So that's a nerf. It was reduced to 30, now it's 50. So that's a nerf. No. Wait. Wait. So instead of 30% at 40 meters, it's 50% fall off at. That's what I'm reading it. So at 40 meters, you're doing 30% less damage, is it not? And now at 40 meters, you're doing only. You're gonna do half the damage. That sounds like a nerf, chat. Yeah. How's that a buff? %30 damage, not 30% damage, not 30% less damage. Oh, see, that's where I get mixed up. I was thinking if it does 10, let's just say it does 10 damage, chat. Or let's say it does 100 for easy math. If it does 100 damage and you're at 40 meters and it does 30% reduced damage, you're doing what? 100 minus 30%, so you're doing 70 damage. But if you're at 50% now at 40 meters, that you're only doing 50 damage. So in my eyes, that was a nerf. So I'm not wrong. That seemed like a nerf. Here you're doing 30. You're doing 30 less damage at range. So instead of doing 100 damage up close, if they're far away, you're doing 30% less. So you're doing 70. So this is 50%. So now that seems like a nerf. I have to fucking do that myself, chat. I have to see it. That shit sounds like a nerf to me. I don't fucking care what anyone says. Psylocke will be taking a slight dip in her burst damage ability and survivability. Decrease the retrieval damage of wind shurikens from 14 to 12 per hit, and decrease the invisibility duration of psychic stealth from 3 to 2 seconds. %30 of 100 is 30 damage. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Close my door because I'm gonna go full screen. What I'm saying, chat. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to get this board out already. Look. This is what I'm saying. So let's say you do B. B is your base damage at 100. Can you guys see that? B. That's your base damage. At 40 meters, you do 30% less. So 30% of 100, right, is 30. Quick math? 100 minus 30 is 70. So at 40 range, you're doing 70 damage because you're reducing it by 30%. That's where I got confused. Because at 50, okay, what they're saying now is at 40 meters, you have a 50% now. Oh shit, 50%. Which is obviously half of 100. So half of 100, blah, 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 quick math chat. Now it's going to be 50 damage. That's where I get fucking confused. So you guys are saying it's a buff, but that makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That all I'm saying is that was really fucking weird, bro. All I'm saying is that no, chat, that's not me. That's how they write it. No, that's how they write it, chat. All I'm saying is that shit was ass. That's not my fault. Nope, that's not my fault. Seemed like it was doing less damage. Okay, we did Psylocke already. Psylocke's getting nerfed, chat. Which is not too bad. To her survivability, to be honest with you, they're saying her survivability is basically the stealth. Instead of lasting 3 seconds, you're now lasting 2 seconds, and that's a basically nerf to your survivability, which I don't really think it is. Yeah. Squirrel Girl Squirrel Girl is getting some love. Better acorns, shorter cooldowns, and improved ability release feel. This is nuts. Increase the capacity of burst acorn from 10 to 12. So now you have 12 in a load, chat. You don't have 10 in a load. You have 2 extra. So you have 12 in a load. In a clip, sorry. Decrease the cooldown of Mammal Bond from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. And optimize the user experience of Squirrel Blockade, Tail Bounce, and Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami, which is your ultimate ability. So Squirrel Girl's getting a buff, which I like. I like Squirrel Girl on one map, which is the symbiote map. Also, yeah, also she does get a lot of no-rags. You're right. She does get a lot of no-rags. Which I think they're going to need to fix. Sorry, I had to get this because water's going everywhere. Star-Lord. Peter is having his ultimate frequency reduced, but his ultimate power is increased. Time to bust a move. Increase the energy cost of Galactic Legend, his ultimate ability, from 3,100 to 3,400. And extend the maximum target range from 30 meters to 40 meters. Adjust the damage fall off from reducing to 60% at 40 meters to reducing to 75% at 40 meters. Hey, all I'm saying is that chat the wording, bro. Like it's not me, bro. It's not me, bro. Okay, I understand where they're coming from, chat. I understand where they're coming from. It's still weird wording, bro. So instead of doing 60% damage at 40 meters, you're doing 75% of your damage. All right. Right? Adjusting the damage fall off from reducing to 60% at 40 meters to reducing to 75% at 40. Yeah. All right. Storm. We slightly improving her ultimate ability intensity. Increase the damage of a Mega Hurricane from 150 damage a second to 160 damage a second. And the last but not least, Punisher is the last DPS character to get nerfed. So right now we have, let me see. Give me 1 second. Punisher's getting a boost to his mid to long range damage and a slight mobility buff to during his ultimate. Time to lock and load. Reduce the movement slow rate of Final Judgment, his ultimate ability, from 20 to 10%, and when not firing, and from 40 to 30% when firing, so you can move faster, chat. And also, it looks like they're wait, what? Wait, are they increasing his magazine? Wait, they're increasing his magazine size from 30 to 40 and single hit damage from 18 to 19 and slightly reduced weapon spread when firing. They're they're basically buffing him because he doesn't have a rocket team up anymore. Wait, that's crazy though. So you move faster when you're ulting, and basically you're gonna have more ammo and a little bit more damage. Wait, he's an anchor now, so he gets 20% more damage. That is fucking wild. Bro, I can't wait. Okay, chat, I think what I'm going to be playing, since I don't play a lot of Storm and stuff, it looks like I'm going to be playing a lot of Hela, Star-Lord, and Punisher with a little bit of Squirrel Girl on that one map. Dude, that sounds good. Okay, Strategist, we're up. First up, listen, if I swear to God, if they don't fucking cut off that shark's fins, break both of his fucking legs, and chop him up into sashimi, I'm not going to be happy right now. They already buffed Hawkeye, which is a fucking... I don't know what the devs are smoking over there, but they have to be getting some of the good shit, bro. Listen, to be honest with you, why would you buff a fucking Hawkeye? Like, Hawkeye didn't need a fucking buff, but they nerfed. They nerfed Thor. Thor doesn't even need a nerf, bro. Jeff's kit gets a fantastic rework. I want to be honest with you. I don't like your puns, right? Or I'm fucking mad. More frontal support and combat ability, but with less survivability. Added a new effect to Joyful Splash. Also now deals damage to enemies at 70 damage a second and can heal allies through other allies. What? It can also deal damage now? But not through... Wait, okay, so it can heal other allies through allies, but not through enemies. Damage fall off starts at 20 meters to a maximum of 65% at 40 meters. Reduced healing per second from 150 to 100. Is that... That's his primary, right? That's his, yeah. That's okay. They change Aqua Burst to a charge ability. Max 3 charges, 3 seconds per charge. New effect. Direct hits now launch enemies up and increase the spell field damage from 40 to 45. So I'm guessing that's his right click. Wow. You know what? I kind of like this because I feel like they're trying to make him more, I don't know. We'll see. Hold up. Change the effect of healing bubble from one-time healing to healing over time. I like that. That's good. Increase the healing amount from the previous instant 85 to 120 over 4 seconds. And reduce max charges from 6 to 3 and remove the enemy launch up effect. So yeah, it seems like they're trying to make him more of a healer now, which I like, chat, to be honest with you. I like that. Add a new effect to hide and seek. It now has an energy cap, max 120, that drains 20 a second while submerged and restores 15 a second when not. Reduce the healing when submerged from 35 a second to 15 a second. Yes! That's good, but they reduced the healing when submerged from 35 a second to 15 a second. But I feel like they did that because now you have a healing over time ability with the bubble. So the bubble is going to heal you over 4 seconds. So it's going to, 120 healing over 4 seconds, and you also get 15 a second while underwater. And now... It's Jeff, your ultimate ability. Overflow healing on swallowed allies now grant 45 health per second as bonus health, up to 150. Increase the damage reduction received when taking a critical hit from 50 to 70%. Increase the damage reduction received when taking a critical hit from 50 to 70%. So, see now I'm confused again now, chat. So is that that's a nerf to him? Less headshot. Okay, so that's a buff to him. So now headshots hurt less. You see where my confusion comes from? No, bro. Yeah, chat, I cannot be the only one. I am not going to be the only one. And it makes sense, whatever. His face is basically in the front of everything and whatnot. You can only play underground for 5 seconds at a time now, though. Good. Fuck Jeff players. Fuck Jeff players. To be honest with you, 5 seconds is good when you're playing in your team's backline and you're healing, and if someone dives you, well, that's 5 seconds you can get away, and your team has 5 seconds to come help heal for you. That's fine. That's fine. Next up, Luna Snow and Rocket. And it looks like these are the two last ones, chat. So Luna Snow, we're giving Luna Snow a boost to her combat prowess while slightly reducing the frequency of her ultimate ability. Ooh, Jesus. My bad. Excuse me. Increase the light and dark ice healing amount and damage from 20 per round to 22. Add a new effect to Absolute Zero. Now grants 50 bonus health per enemy hit. Ooh. and increase the energy cost of Fate of Both Worlds ultimate ability from 4,500 to 5,000. That means you're going to need to do more damage and more healing to get your ultimate ability. That means there's going to be less Luna Snow ultimate abilities on the field. I like that. That's good. Good. They needed to do this. To be honest with you, there needs to be less frequency of ults being popped. And last but not least, Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon's survivability is taking a tiny hit. He's been blasting off the ammo overload and losing the team up anchor bonus, but he's gaining a new team up anchor bonus in the Rocket network for some stellar new support. They reduced the repair mode direct hit healing amount from 55 to 50. There you guys go. And also, I'm pretty sure we already read all this. Oh, actually, no. We haven't seen all of this, actually. The new team-up abilities. As the team-up anchor with Luna Snow and Hawkeye, Luna Snow gains a 15% increase in healing effects. Hawkeye unlocks a new Ice Arrow ability through his team-up with Luna Snow. That's Chilling Assault. Jeff NATO, which is Storm and Jeff the Land Shark. Storm gains the Shark's Surge ability through her team-up with Jeff the Land Shark. And Jeff gains the It's Jeff NATO ability through the team-up with Storm. Operation Microchip, the Punisher and Black Widow. As the team-up anchor, Punisher gains a maximum health increase of 25 and a 5% boost in damage output. Black Widow unlocks a new pulse rifle ability through her team-up with the Punisher. Damn. I think Punisher might be the pick, chat. Rocket Network, which is Rocket Raccoon and Penny Parker. As the team-up anchor, Rocket Raccoon gains a 5% increase in healing effects. When the team-up is active, Rocket's BRB is upgraded to a web beacon. Penny Parker unlocks a new Armored Spider Nest ability through her team-up with Rocket Raccoon, which we saw. Stark Protocol, which is Iron Man and Ultron. As the team-up anchor, Iron Man gains a 5% boost in damage output, and Ultron gains a new Nano Ray ability with his team-up with Iron Man. Symbiote Shenanigans, which is Jeff and Landshark. As the new team-up anchor, Venom gains a maximum health increase of 150. And Jeff gains the Healing Tendrils ability through his team-up with Venom. And adjusted or removed. Hawkeye Black Widow is removed. Ammo Overload is removed. Chilling Charisma is removed. Gamma Charge with Hulk and Iron Man is removed. Symbiote Bond with Venom and Penny Parker and Spider-Man is removed. And here are the balance changes ones. So Iron Fist and Luna Snow decrease the Atlas Bond team-up anchor to damage boost proportion from 15 to 10%. Fantastic Four are slightly reducing the usage covering of this team-up, increase the cooldown of Storm siblings, Webbed Harmony, and Cooperative Comrades from 20 to 25 seconds. Gamma Charge with Hulk and Namor is a minor reduction to the usage coverage of this team-up. So they increase the Gamma Monstro cooldown from 15 to 20 a second. Damn. I think Hulk Namor is still going to be strong though, chat. That's still going to be strong, but damn, that hits. Mental Projection, Emma Frost and Psylocke Magneto, removing the damage capability of this team up. Reduce the proportion of damage caused by magnetic resonance and solar resurgence illusions from 30 to 20%. So they nerfed it. I still don't know. I feel like it should be reversed, bro. I feel like those numbers should always be reversed because, like, don't know. It's the same thing I get confused about. Okay, anyways, and that's the last thing, chat.